Have you ever heard of the AKG perception microphones? They're really cheap, and some of them hold a secret within their naughty bedroom toy-shaped bodies. I'll explain it all, and then I'm going to open this thing up and actually modify it. I don't know. It's the AKG Perception 420, or as they now call it, the P420. It's the most nerdy stuff that I've ever done on the channel so far, and it's coming right up. So, good day and welcome to the Time Preservation Society. I'm Benji Dunn, and this is Mission Impossible. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can be notified the second minute new content drops. Cheers. This is the AKG Perception 420, or the P420 as they're now called. I bought it brand new from Amazon. But why? Well, I was lurking in the shadows of a clandestine audio geek group that's so incredibly top secret that I cannot breathe a word of it to you, nor its location, lest I suffer the eternal wrath of 1,000 nerds. Look, man, you don't even want one nerd exacting an eternal wrath on you, let alone 1,000, just so you know. So yeah. Some of the top secret members there, most of them seasoned pro voiceover artists and actors, microphone builders and ex-CIA agents, we're talking about taking the AKG perception mics and modding them to sound extraordinarily close to a Neumann U87i. Outside the covert nerd group, voiceover talent and super nerd Jared Cannon did this mod to a Perception 220, which sounded fantastic. And then the famous VO artist Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, who had previously known about this mod, did a few videos about it on his channel, The Microphone Assassin, which you can find right here. I've also included a link to his channel in the description below. I love Mark's videos, and after watching his video, I had to try this myself. So here we are. Full credit to Jared and Mark for turning me on to this mic and this mod, if I can do it. This was far from my own idea. Right now, you're hearing me on the original brand new unmodified AKG Perception 420. It's a bit of a bright mic. It's got a top that I don't really like, as most cheap mics usually are, very toppy, very sibilant. But it's an AKG. That name used to mean something. A quick history. AKG began in Austria back in 1947, which was Great Expectations and Miracle on 34th Street ago. They made massive literal waves with their C12 microphone back in the 50s, and later on in the 70s, the hugely successful C414. They've since gone on to make a lot of different mics and other gear. Some great, some absolute garbage. The Perception line of mics was introduced in 2006, but was reworked again in 2008. And then re-released as the P line back in 2014, which was The Imitation Game and Furiago. So instead of the Perception 420 as it was, it's now the P420. But it's the same mic. You can identify the old Perception mics because they were colored child's toy blue. In 2017, AKG was bought by Samsung, and Samsung did some evil things, like immediately shut down the AKG headquarters in Vienna, Austria. They sent AKG's team of kick-ass engineers straight to the curb, only for those engineers to found Austrian Audio, where they have since kicked AKG's ass and shoved their own superior products right up their Samsungs. So, it seems Samsung just wanted the AKG brand, not their stellar team. That's a bummer. So, I, for one, look forward to more piles of garbage to be released by AKG in the future. But we're talking about the good old P14 in particular today. And it was designed in Austria by those awesome AKG engineers that went to found Austrian Audio. but it's manufactured in China with only the strictest oversight. The P420, along with the P220, which is the single cardioid polar pattern version of this P420, that are currently in production are actually much better than you might think, because they have that secret. As I'm told, the circuit inside the mics are almost a complete ripoff of the Neumann U87i. And with a simple hardware modification, you can make a relatively cheap mic sound like a much more expensive mic. It's like a 50-cent, 10-cent capacitor swap. Just one, and it's surface mounted and super easy to get to. No pulling out any boards or wires or anything. It's just there and you do the thing. That's what I'm told. That's what I watched on video. That's what I saw in pictures. Yeah. The original capacitor inside the P420 is a generic ceramic 220 picofarads one, and the swap is a 680 picofarads film capacitor. The mod, as far as I know, was first discovered by KingKorg over at Group DIY, who was tasked with matching the sound of a Perception 220 mic with that of a Neumann U87i, or I think he did it to a pair of them. He discovered that a simple swap of an easy-to-reach capacitor was all that was needed to convert this OK mic into an amazing mic that is incredibly similar to the U87ai. So let's have a quick look at the P420, and then I'll hack at it with a soldering iron and likely destroy it forever because I suck at most things, but especially tiny things. AKG Perception 420 is an oddly shaped mic. I don't really enjoy the shape. Maybe I'm a traditionalist, or maybe it just has a crappy shape. Either way, this P420 version is black, whereas the older version was a silver blue. We can see the redesigned AKG logo and the P420 model number here. Above that, you can see that this mic has 3 polar patterns to choose from: standard cardioid, figure 8, and omni. On the back, we have 2 more switches, a high-pass filter or low-end roll-off at almost an unusable 300 Hz, and a pad switch which will lower the mic sensitivity by 20 decibels. Of note, when the pad is switched on, this mic can take up to 155 decibels of sound pressure. It's actually very impressive. Inside the head basket of this black poop-shaped mic is a highly regarded capsule. It's the Takstar CTS2, which some say is the best K67 style capsule to come out of China. There are 2 of them back-to-back inside here. The P420 has a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz, has a self-noise of 15 dBA, and requires only 1 phantom power. So if you've already bought a pack of them, you'll have extras for later. The mic comes with an all-metal shock mount that's actually not bad. It's generic, it's metal, it's inexpensive, but it's not bad. And it also comes with an expensive-looking cheap case. That was awfully nice of them. The mic weighs 530 grams, which is the weight of a large chinchilla in American. Anything but metric, eh? It measures. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just find my trusty old measuring tape here. You know, this measuring tape, it wasn't made by anybody. It just popped into existence. I picked it up by popping it in myself. Just pop. Anyway, it measures 165 millimeters long and 54 millimeters wide. Or about the size of a rose-breasted grosbeak. So if you bought a brand new P420 right now, you'd need to drop $199 US. At the time of me recording this video, the mic is only $149. It's on sale seemingly everywhere. I mean, that's a cheap mic. And it's not bad, but apparently you can get much better. So let's hear the other polar patterns, all right? And let's do that. So let's put an omni so we can hear the whole room. So here's omni. So as you can tell, as I spin the mic around, you know, this is in there pretty tight. Yep. So there's the side. Here's the back. Doesn't matter where I am. It's omni. And yeah, that's the Omni pattern. Let's go to figure 8. All right, so now we're on figure 8. And this is the sound. It's very, very directional, and I'll show you why. So there's the side of the mic. So what you're hearing is the room. You're hearing my room because it's not picking up anything. It's like blind on this side. So this and this front and the back are picking up everywhere the sound is bouncing off. So when people say you're hearing the side of the mic, you're actually hearing everything from the front, right? Or the back. So that's the back of the mic. This is what it sounds like at the back. And this is what it sounds like in the front. All right, let's go back to cardioid. I'm not going to do the roll off on the pad because you know what that does. So there we go. Okay, so I've blabbed long enough with the stock version of this mic. Getting nervous now. Let's now perform the surgery. And then I'll be back to test out the upgraded mic. If after I'm done performing this operation on the mic, you can see me, but you can't hear me, it's because I've failed miserably. And in that case, likely won't survive the night due to the eternal wrath of 1,000 angry nerds. It was so simple. Why did you screw it up? That kind of thing. Anyway, let's do it. And we're back. I did it. Well, that was a somewhat difficult operation due to just how small the original capacitor is. I'm talking 1/4 the size of a grain of rice. But it worked. My old man eyes couldn't even focus on it. I mean, I'm glad I had a lit up magnifying glass on my helping hands, or I'd be blindly shoving a hot poker into mic guts. Like, it was really small. Other than that, the concept is super easy and straightforward. It's just how little it is. But this is what it sounds like. This is the sound of the modified P420. Like, listen to that. I know my bar fridge upstairs is dying. Sometimes it makes that sound. That's not the mic. If you're hearing that, it's not the mic. Listen to that. That sounds great. Oh my goodness gracious. Love a duck. Wow. Okay. And same levels. I haven't touched anything. Everything's the same. Wow, that sibilance is gone. That high-end cheapness. And now it sounds just kind of... It's got that mid thing. Really nice mids. Let's do a comparison back to back on a few sources. So I recited the only line of Macbeth that I can remember earlier on the unmodified P420. So let's compare them together. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. 'Tis he, the poor player, that struts and frets his hour upon the stage. Then is heard no more. 'Tis a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Ooh, how's the proximity? Oh, that proximity's nice. Okay, anyway, so let's do some other tests. I recorded some instruments as I noodled. I'll let you hear them and toggle between both versions of the mic as I show you that. Here's a song I wrote and performed featuring the modified P420.
Hello, my name is Henry, and I'm an addict. I'm addicted to mics. It all started when I heard my voice through a condenser mic on tape, and I feel there's no escape. And now I'm taking them apart and changing caps, Phantom power is invading my dreams. Hello, my name is Henry, and I'm an addict. I can't stop buying mics. I can try, but then the voice comes. Buy that microphone today. You'll be glad you did today. And I am.
I'll do one more quick comparison by going back in time and then talking into the unmodified mic, and then forward in time to my present, which is your past, to compare it against the modified mic so you can get a good sense of the difference as I toggle between them. So here's what I think. The original unmodified mic was actually way better than I thought it would be. A little too bright and brittle sounding, of course, but better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really crappy, like really junk. It was cheap sounding, right? Because of that high end. But not half bad for the price, really. It wasn't bad. In fact, I would likely recommend the AKG P420 right off the shelf with no mods, because it's a decent mic. So if you're, at that price point, if it was $350, no. But at that price point, yeah, I'd recommend it just the way it is. But with the capacitor swap, wow, it just sounds more expensive. I'm not an electronics whiz, far from it. This is just the beginning of my journey into building and modifying audio gear. I've only made cables and did small repairs. I used to work on CB radios when I was a teenager, but even then it was minor stuff and I've forgotten most of it. The folks over at Group DIY and the surreptitious group that shall not be named are the real masters. I've worked in audio for more than 30 years, but it was not in this capacity. So I'm as green as a supermodel after a chili dog eating contest. And if you're as new to this as I am, you can probably do this too. You can do it! I did it, and I'm all thumbs. See? It's all thumbs. But this is basically paint by numbers. That's all it is. You know exactly, where to change it. You do the change, and that's it. It's paint by numbers. And it worked, so I'm very happy I did this. It really worked out well. I had worries. I thought I might screw this up. But it worked out well. Yeah. Next up, not next video, but coming soon, I'll build an entire stereo mic preamp. No, really. It's coming. I'm going to build one. So that'll be good. So does this mic sound like the U87i? Well, it's close. It's close. I don't have one here. But from memory, it's got that mid-40 sound, so yeah, kind of close. But luckily, the microphone assassin, Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, compared his modded P420 next to a genuine U87i. So if you want to hear this modded mic next to an actual U87i, check out that video. You can watch that right here. And you can hear the comparison. Yeah, so you'll see it. It's really close. So also, I should tell you, coming soon, I'll be checking out the Stam Audio SA87i. Maybe I'll bring this one out to compare it to when I have it. I don't know. Why not? If you're interested in doing this mod yourself, I have included the appropriate links in the description below. So yeah, now I have another amazing sounding microphone. It's an addiction, as the song says. I really can't believe it. It's really night and day, and such a tiny little change. So what do you think? I mean, maybe you like the unmodified version better, and that's okay. You might like it before the cap switch, or maybe you like it the way it is. I like this. I like this a lot better. So would you attempt to do this mod yourself? Let me know in the comments below. Special thanks to all the awesome people who have become official Time Preservation Society members. You're seeing their names on the screen right now. If you'd like to get a producer credit on this channel, hit the join button that's there. It's there somewhere. From time preservationists, whom are executive producers here, down to recordists, whom are line producers. You can have your name right here in future videos, plus a lot of other cool stuff like early access to videos and a few super secret exclusive ones, you know, that kind of stuff. Well, that'll just about do it for all of me here at the Time Preservation Society. Join the IMF. See the world on a monitor in a closet. Bye now. In transmission. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody. Thanks for watching these other videos. Click on the links and do all the things. Back to more videos. Bye-bye now.